Alicia Joe said, thanks, Peter, for covering this. I'm both fascinated and frustrated by the case. It amazes me how little this has been about Karen Reed so far. Great unbiased coverage. It is so funny to hear. It's not funny. It's, I don't know what the word is, to hear how people act to anybody that disagrees with them on this case. This case seems to bring more vitriol than any case I can remember, including Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It really seems bad out there. It seems bad out there in the streets with this case. I got to be honest with you. So like when they're talking about harassment and stuff, if any of these jurors go on social media, which I hope they don't, they're going to believe that there are people being harassed, maybe on both sides of this case, but it's brutal out there. Everybody needs to calm down and realize that's not how you handle this stuff.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All persons having anything to do before the Honorable Beverly Cannoni, Justice of the Superior Court, holding in Dedham within and for the County of Norfolk. Draw near, give your attendance, and you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This court is in session. Please be seated.
Sir, do you recognize those two documents?
Yes.
Taking a look at the one that's got multiple documents on it, I don't want you to tell me what's on it. Just tell me if you recognize the picture that's in the middle to the right.
His photos.
Yes. Okay. And then looking at the second document, which I believe is marked EE for identification at this point, does that appear to be a true and accurate enlargement of the first thumbnail?
Yes.
And those were taken on February, that photo was taken on February 26th, 2022.
Yes.
At the place called, I think it's called Fenway Johnny's, right?
Correct.
Okay. What do you notice about your right hand?
It's cut up.
They look scraped over and healing.
Your knuckles are injured, correct?
Correct.
I mean, it looks like healing scrapes.
Now, you didn't take this photo, did you?
Nope.
That photo was never on your phone. In other words, it wasn't a friend of yours that took the photo.
No.
This was taken by an event staff member, is that right?
Correct.
What the fuck is Fenway Johnny's? And how are they allowing underage kids to be seen on their social media accounts holding beers? What is this place? Like, why? How is this a thing?
It was later posted on social media, isn't that right?
Correct.
You could not access the metadata. You couldn't access the time and date of that photo, correct?
I'm not sure what you mean by
You
that.
couldn't manipulate the time or date this photo was taken?
No.
This photo was completely sort of out of your control, isn't that right?
Correct.
And what they're doing here, which is a good tactic, is to show why this photo should be more reliable to the jurors than the other photos that were gotten directly from them and text messages directly from them.
There's just that little subtle hint of like, you didn't have the ability to delete this. Did you?
And obviously that looks like he was punching something, right? If you're just going to look at that and I said, what do you think happened to that kid's knuckles? I don't see any scratches up his arm, on his hand, anywhere else, just on his knuckles of his right hand, and he's right-handed.
Controlled by the event staff at Fenway Johnny's.
Correct.
And this is a true and accurate depiction of your condition on or about February 26th, correct?
Correct.
So are they going to ask what happened, or?
How'd you get those injuries?
There we go.
I was at a party, my house party, my senior year, and I remember it being icy out, and it was kind of like a steep hill of a driveway, and I was walking up the driveway, and I slipped down the driveway, and I tried to catch myself, but I had something in my left hand, so I tried to brace myself with my right hand, and I ended up sliding a little bit down the driveway.
What'd you have in your left?
Wow, that's a really coherent memory.
He said that with a straight face, had that answer ready. He remembered that.
Wow, suddenly you're crystal clear again.
Right? It wasn't like, I don't remember how I got those injuries. That would have been a more consistent answer with the rest of his cross.
He doesn't remember anything about what happened the night Officer O'Keefe was murdered, except he left the house at 12:10.
He remembers nothing except that he braced himself after slipping on ice on a driveway on the top of his knuckles. But that doesn't even make any sense.
He doesn't remember who he prepped with last week. He doesn't remember anything he testified to a year, but he remembers that in February of 2022, he slipped down a driveway on ice and scraped up all the knuckles on his right hand.
What'd you have in your left hand?
Probably a beer.
If I remember, it was either my phone or a beverage.
So according to you, you fell on
You
ice.
scraped your knuckles.
and
No,
injured
you
your
scraped
knuckles.
your
And put your hand
palm,
down
you
this
hurt
way?
your
As we just
wrist.
saw
Not
in
this
that
way?
Cut
photograph,
yourself on the
right
hand.
across the top of your knuckles.
No.
Correct.
So you fell onto what, pavement, asphalt,
Yes.
and you braced yourself when you fell, your entire body weight, by putting your right hand down in a fist, and you injured your right
And
fist, just the top of the
No,
knuckles on
you
your right
didn't.
fist when you fell down.
Correct.
What?
Seriously?
I can't, that's how you know he's involved in the murder. That right there.
I can't be mad at that because it's the exact same thing that was in my brain. Like, seriously?
So he slipped and fell and just injured the knuckles on his fist.
Anybody believe that?
That is the most retarded story I've ever heard.
You didn't brace yourself with your hand out slipping on ice?
Unless you're walking forward like, gorilla style, I don't see this happening.
That is such an unreliable or not credible answer that it would make me struggle in how I'm going to listen to the rest of his testimony.
But if he's being truthful, why would you? There's no way that story's real. No way.
Can someone please tell me if you've ever braced yourself just on the tops of your knuckles, and how that would actually happen?
Like, humans have a fall response. When we fall, we space our hands out, not our knuckles.
Anybody ever fracture a wrist because when you fall, you brace your hands like this and you break a wrist?
You injure, like, when you get that injury, you get the injury here, not here.
So my question is, if he has nothing to hide, why would he make up such a ridiculous story?
If his injured knuckles have nothing to do with John, then why isn't he saying what actually did hurt his knuckles? Falling on the asphalt.
No way in hell.
Can you put your palms down when you fell?
No.
You fell your entire body weight on your right fist and you just injured the top portion of your knuckles. Correct?
Correct.
You don't brace yourself. You brace yourself with your fucking hands when you fall, not your fist. What?
That makes no
Those
sense.
injuries to your knuckles look an awful lot like the type of injuries that you would get in a
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
You ever been in a fight, sir?
Other than with my brothers, no.
You've never been in a fight.
Never been in a fight. Now that's interesting. And remember that question because his answer was no to that.
Colin Albert saying he's never been in a fight before is a fucking lie. And if anybody's willing to lie under oath in a murder trial, right, then they're more than capable of lying about committing a murder. Sorry.
Okay, I thought he wasn't involved by the way the questioning was going, but yeah, now I think he was.
Oh, he was absolutely involved.
You've never been in a fight
Nope.
your entire life.
Other than with my brothers, no.
And in this case, when you fell down on the asphalt, it was only the top four knuckles of your right hand, correct?
Correct.
You right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Box?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm sorry, you don't box?
Nope.
You've never boxed?
Never.
From the break, we're going to look him up on BoxRec.
You ever practiced boxing?
I've hit the bag for like cardio, but other than that, no.
When you hit the bag, is that considered boxing?
No.
I wouldn't say so. Not
It's not jumping
really.
rope, is it, Mr. Albert?
No.
It's not doing curls,
Nope.
not doing push-ups or calisthenics.
It's not jumping
Nope.
rope.
It's hitting a bag.
I just realized I got to tweet something at Andrea because I got to know her take on it. So I'm just going to tweet something at Andrea. I'm going to narrate it. So tagging Andrea Burkhart.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to say that's not boxing. It's just not.
What do you guys think? Is that boxing? I don't know. I've heard it both ways. Actually, I have some friends that do box. I have some friends that could never box, but they do that as a workout. It is a pretty good workout. I've actually done that before as a workout. I used to have a heavy bag in college.
If you're not learning how to get out of the way, how to defend, how to be able to react under pressure, how to be able to counter, how to see what's coming and be able to deal with that. No, you're not boxing. You're doing cardio. I buy that.
Can we get back to how weird the knuckle story is? Because the argument over whether he's ever punched a boxing bag is totally different to me than the knuckle story. The Knuckles story
When that
is
photograph was
fucking
taken
wild.
I do not buy that you scraped your knuckles sliding on the driveway. Do not buy that, not for a second.
Did you post a video? You threatened that you're going to.
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. I'll see you at sidebar on this. I'm
Uh-oh.
familiar with this.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Somebody's got a video of somebody fighting or threatening to fight.
Prosecution was waiting for this. The instant he says, "Did you post a video?" the Lally's like, "Objection." He was ready for that. He was waiting for that. He was all good to go.
So I'm going to send you out for a recess. We have some work we have to do here. Wasn't early enough for me to get you coffee and bagels. I apologize for that, but we'll be a little bit. So we'll send you out for the morning.
Oh, this should be interesting.
I'm real interested. I'm real interested to see what we are getting into with this. Because we are, whatever it is going on the record right now.
So he seems like a pretty respectful kid, seems like a good kid, smart kid, nice kid, whatever. I don't believe the, asphalt slipping story, but all of that's about to change.